It's really important to understand the New Testament did not always take the form of the 27 books it is comprised of today. But according to its modern form, P52 is likely the oldest manuscript from that corpus of literature. And there's some crucial information you'll want to hear about this manuscript, so make sure to listen until the end. A clear transcript of the manuscript will also be included from the Editio Princeps. Another important note is that these manuscripts are dated probabilistically with a considerable range, largely according to paleography, while also taking into account geographic dispersion. Multiple paleographers and other scholars have given various opinions on the date of P52. The complete range of dates given from this comprehensive body of scholars has significant overlay with other 2nd century manuscripts like P90, P104, P98, and Ralph's 963. But all things considered, P52 seems like the most likely candidate for the oldest. Please make sure to tell me in the comments if you have any additional insight or information on this topic. The New Testament we know today took centuries to form. Depending on the time period and region, various Christian groups valued works of Christian literature differently. For example, a very early text, The Shepherd of Hermas, was cherished in various Christian communities and even held as canonical by prominent church fathers. But that text is not in modern New Testament canon. That being said, P52 is not only likely the oldest manuscript of all New Testament works in our modern New Testament, but of all Christian literature known to man. It is a papyrus manuscript dated to circa 125 CE in the Hadrianic style. It measures 3.5 inches by 2.4 inches. So like the oldest manuscripts of Genesis in the recent video I did, this manuscript can fit in the palm of your hand as well. It's from a codex, which is like the form of our books today, not a scroll. So it has a front and a back. The front side of the manuscript, which scholars call recto, would have been on the right side of the codex. If you were to open it like a book, it would be on this right side. Open it, it would be on the right side, and it would be this front-facing side. The recto presentation contains segments of the Gospel of John, chapter 18, verses 31 through 33. The back side of the manuscript, also called the verso side, would be, if you're opening the codex, you turn the page from here to here, it would be on this side, which is kind of like the back side of that page that we were referring to. So it would be on that left side of the codex, and it contains segments from verses 37 and 38 of the same chapter of John. And as all New Testament manuscripts from the 2nd century, the text is written in scriptio continua with no spaces or punctuation. Regarding the hypothetical form of the complete original codex, Colin H. Roberts suggests in his Editio Princeps that it was likely comprised of the Gospel of John alone. Regarding its size, he writes, "Part of 7 lines, both on recto and verso, are preserved together with part of the inner margin so that it is possible to calculate not only the amount of text contained in a single page, but also the length of the line and the size of the page. The average number of letters to the line is 33 on the recto and 29 to 30 on the verso. 11 lines would be required to fill the gap between recto and verso. This gives us a page of 18 lines. And allowing for a lower margin of the same height as the upper, the codex would have been a little over 21 centimeters high, while its breadth, assuming that the margin was uniform, would be 20 centimeters. And that's in the Editio Princeps, an unpublished fragment of the 4th Gospel in the John Rylands library, pages 20 through 21.